Okay, to some of you, this might look like a big problem, but it's actually a pretty simple repair. And today on the show, we're going to repair this cheaply and easily. Remember, anyone else can do it, you can do it too, that I promise you.
And you can't break what's already broken, so we might as well give it a go.
Okay, so the best way to fix any exhaust, as far as I'm concerned, is not use this junk. Because you're always going to have leaks and you're never going to be able to take the exhaust apart. The best way to do it is to take two pieces of exhaust, whatever it is that you're making, and make sure they're the exact same size piece, and then use these stainless steel clips. If you do that, you'll be able to remove it, separate it, take it apart, fix it later, whatever the situation is. It won't rust out. Just make sure the two parts that you're putting together are the same. Get them. Now, on Amazon, they do sell like, you know, say like 2 1/4 to 2 1/2 stainless steel clamps such as this. I don't really like to use them, but there are certain things, like if you're putting a muffler in and you need the output of the muffler to be 2 1/4 and the input to be 2 1/2, where you may want to do that, because most of the piping underneath most automobiles nowadays is right around 2 1/2 to 2 1/4. Let's get going. I'm going to show you what we're doing and why we're doing it. So for the most part, this muffler looks pretty sound. The skin isn't all torn off of it. The portion up there isn't that bad. We've got this rusty part right here, which is probably going to be needing to be changed in the future. But for right now, if we wanted, we could replace it from up there all the way back here. But that would be kind of expensive. I'll put in a link to some different clamps and stuff that I'm going to use inside here. But the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this flange off of here. And the reason we're going to do that is because we want to saw cut this right here.
We didn't want to do it that way. We could buy this piece from your local parts store, but the way that I'm going to do it in the video is much more affordable.
Need a Sawzall, a lighter, just in case we have to set this son of a bitch on fire, a little bit of tenacity, along with the stainless steel clamp that we're going to pick up from Vatozo. You can pick that up anywhere, O'Reilly, whatever, Napa, whatever. Let's connect these two parts back together. It's going to be easy per cheesy.
I shouldn't have said it was going to be easy, because it ends up being a pain in the butt, even though I really don't show it in the video. It's freezing outside, and I thought it was just going to be connecting two pipes with the clamp. But no, it never works like that.
Okay, so we got our trusty Sawzall here. We haven't broke out the lighter yet. I'm going to try to take this Sawzall and put it in between there. I want to get as close to this flange as possible, but on the opposite side of this weld that's right here. Worst case scenario, I'm going to have to remove these nuts and get that piece of flange off of there. I think I'm going to take a jack or a jack stand, put it up underneath here so it's a little bit easier to maneuver, and it's also going to hold it much better, the position that I want it to be in eventually. It's also going to help when I go to actually position the exhaust and repair it. Now it should just pretty much fit up there. So I'm going to give it a go to just cut right through the nut instead of messing around with all this rusty garbage.
So why does this break off like this? Because moisture will get pushed between the gaps of the two parts that are meeting. They will also sit in that elbow right there and rust out that elbow as well.
Cutting, you keep your Sawzall blade up against whatever surfaces you're cutting. It will cut faster and you can put more pressure on it.
However, don't be like me in the past and have the Sawzall blade cutting through something else on the other side that you didn't recognize because it wasn't what you were working on. I feel really dumb when that happens, but I just edit that crap out. Even though it'd probably be better to show people.
So you know, the reason that I cut through this is because a lot of you are going to have rusty metal.
Or rusty nuts. Some of you don't get any love. I don't know.
It's not going to come off. Mine probably would have came off, but I did that for you guys. Now that I got this cut, now I can take my Sawzall and I want to cut as straight as possible on the opposite side of this weld right here. This portion of the pipe should cut through pretty easy and pretty quickly. Unless you run out of battery power.
All right, don't get too darn excited yet. Don't put that lighter away. We ain't done yet today.
You need to know what size this pipe is. Now, these pipes come in 1 7/8, which could get confused with 2 inches. 2 inches, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 3/4, so forth and so on. In this situation, I believe it to be a 2-inch piece of pipe.
So got this. Now, if you need to measure it, you can use a square, a micrometer, a tape measure, or your little wee. We all know that's about 2 inches. That won't give you an exact measurement because you could be 1 7/8. Description below, I'm gonna put a link to these clamps. You can get them off of Amazon a lot cheaper than I paid for this clamp here at VatoZone, which was about 16 bucks, which is insane. When I first started buying these about 7 or 8 years ago, they were only like $6 or $7. But apparently it's only transitory. So let's not forget that. So now you're gonna need a deep well 9/16 14 millimeter or 9/16 14 millimeter wrench as well. Now you take off the half moon piece that was right here, leave this just like this. Objectively speaking, anytime you're doing this, we would really like the 2 ends to fit up flush. The end of this to the end of this, but unfortunately in this situation, that's probably not gonna happen. However, pay close attention to how we have this. It's pretty self-explanatory, but there are people out there, they've never done this stuff before, and they need to know these little things. Considering what I'm about to tell you and show you, you would almost think that I've never done this before. The one mistake I made was I did not measure both ends of the pipe. Sure, the one end of the pipe was 2 inches. The other side of the pipe was 2 1/4. So you can't put a clamp that's 2 inches around 2 1/4. So I needed to go back down to VatoZone and grab me an adapter, which I did. Took me a minute to figure that out. So I highly recommend just drive the vehicle down there. What the hell, it's just an exhaust off of there. I was driving it all around anyways. It just sounded like crap. Okay, so I'm gonna take this 1 3/4 because I may have measured that wrong, but it seems to work pretty well. It butts right up to there. We don't want it really to go inside. This is gonna work out perfectly. And then I take this 2-inch outer diameter and I put it up inside here, which is gonna push up on my exhaust and give me the space I need once I drive that in there a little bit. And then because that's a 2-inch clamp right here, and it should work. I really hate working on exhaust because if you cobble this stuff and you don't try to do it somewhat correctly, it'll just fall apart in a week. I think that this is gonna work out pretty well. I don't even need to put a clamp on here. If you wanted, you could put some JB weld around here, but because this exhaust is traveling this way, this really doesn't need a clamp from here. Here, we just need to clamp these two parts together right here. Now I've got that thing on there, I can just pretty much tighten her down, and you can tighten this thing all the way down. These stainless steel clamps are pretty damn strong. If you can't tighten it down or you got the wrong clamps during this process, just take out the lighter and set it on fire. Exhaust work is a pain in the butt. This takes a lot of patience and a couple trips to the parts store possibly. Now I tightened up the bottom part, and I'm going to tighten up the top part, but I'm going to take my knee and push it up to where it's close to the body so I get the right angle and trajectory on here. Check this cheap-ass AutoZone crap out. Freaking 25-cent Chinese clamp. Freaking stripped right out. I had to use a bolt from another set that I ordered off of Amazon. This freaking junk is garbage. Well, we got this thing done. It's not too bad a job. I know that this isn't going to freaking fly out of here. So I'm not too worried about it, but you could run a tack right there. Could have moved the clamp down, put another clamp back here. Could have JB welded this. A lot of different things you can do. You can do anything you want because you're making this stuff up as you go, just like me. Always like to start them up, put my hand over here while it's cold, see how much it's leaking. It's leaking in other spots, but hey, we got her done. Who cares? My wife will be happy. Till a couple of weeks later when we had a little bit of a different issue. A little bit of a problem here. Gotta wrap this. Well, we're gonna have to save that repair for the next couple of episodes. Moving back to the exhaust repair. Word to the wise and from the guy who didn't do what he's about to tell you to do. Make sure whenever you use these clamps, and if you don't end up using them and you take them out of the package, write on the clamp what it is, because you will have no freaking clue later on. And you'll be trying 3 or 4 clamps till you find the right one. Well, that turned out pretty good, even though it started out pretty bad. But it's normal working on exhaust, and I hate working on them, but I still do it anyways because stuff's got to get fixed, and it's got to be fixed cheap. If you dug this video, please consider subscribing, clicking the notifications, sharing my videos. Give me them sweet old thumbs up. If you've got a question for me, you can hit me up on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on the Facebook Messenger. Send me a DM. I don't collect information, all that stuff. I'll try to help you out with your car, but obviously not with your baby mama drama. I got my own. Remember, don't be the next to them. Be the absolute first of you. And if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. That I promise you. God bless, folks. Have the greatest of days.